Stealth 2 Plus. Stealth 2 Standard. So what's the difference between these and the old Stealthies? Well, straight off the bat, those two shots there, they still go an absolute mile, but there's some slight cosmetic changes. The Stealth Plus 2 looks unbelievable, and the Stealth 2 Standard performs unbelievable. It's got the V steel on the bottom of the Stealth 2. It's got a new 50-gram changeable weight on the back of the Stealth 2 Plus. Let's find out what these are all about. Let's go through the tech, hit some shots. Stealth 2 Taylormade 2023, new fairway woods are here. Let's see what they're like. So this year from Taylormade, they have continued the Stealth family. So you've got the Stealth 2 Plus, the Stealth 2 Standard, and then a Stealth 2 High Draw, which you also get in the drivers as well, HD version. If we start off with the Stealth 2 Plus, the technology you're getting in here is a new 50-gram slide-in track weight on the back, which does not feature in the Stealth 2 Standard or the Stealth 2 HD. We are also getting something called variable face thickness and a tour-inspired shape. We've got a multi-material construction on a titanium body, a carbon crown, and a heavy steel weight. We've got a laser-etched Taylormade TM sign on the top for alignment. And then we've also got Taylormade's speed pocket, speed through slot, which features on all of the fairway woods. So what's cool about the Taylormade Stealth Plus 2 is what Taylormade are saying, and they are correct in saying it, is this is almost 3 golf clubs in one because of the loft sleeve that you can change up to 2 degrees and this 50-gram track on the back. You can move the weight all the way back, which will give the club a higher launch and a more stable feel. You can leave the track in the middle, which is going to give you the most versatile performance out of this golf club. And then you can move the track all the way forward, which is going to reduce the spin, reduce the CG, giving you a more lower forward ball flight. So if you're buying the Stealth 2 Plus, you've got a lot of versatility which comes with this golf club. Unfortunately, if you're going to be buying the Stealth 2 Standard, you do not have that same versatility and same track feature. But what you do get is a slightly shallower head. So 2 millimeters in diameter, which means it's just a little bit easier to hit off of the deck. And you've got Taylormade's famous V steel design on the back, which I am a big fan of. So, the old Stealth 2. The Stealth 2 Plus looks the bee's kneesiest this year with that track on the back. It's definitely the better looking club out of the 3, the HD, the Standard, and the Stealth 2. Button actually has the Stealth 3 wood, and although it goes a mile, it goes like a driver, I've always struggled to launch it, but them first couple of shots that I've hit back there, I actually launched both of them pretty well. So come over to the 18th hole, it's a par 5 and it is a perfect nutted 3 wood. So I've got 2 balls. I'm gonna play one with the Stealth Standard and I'm gonna play one with the Stealth 2 Plus, Stealth 2 Standard, sorry. Such a mouthful that is, having to say Stealth 2, it's actually quite annoying. But I'm gonna see if I can hit the green and see the flight characteristics, the differences, because the Stealth 2 is gonna be the lower spin model out of the 2 and the Stealth 2 Standard should give us a little bit of a higher launch. So what do we think of the head covers as well? I touched on it. If you haven't seen our driver review of the Stealths, click the little button up there, you'll be able to watch it. What do you think of the head covers? Red, black, white design? Don't know, not too sure. Let's play the hole. I'm gonna start off with the Stealth Plus 2 first. Right, so 566 yard par 5. It's gonna take 2 of my Sunday best to get it there, but I think we can do it. This club is a little secret rocket launcher. Over the bunker, starting off with the Stealth Plus 2 first. See if we can give it 4 good rips. I lost it. I don't know. Didn't see it leave the club. I'm gonna have to try and find that one. Right, onto the Stealth 2 Standard. Head shape on this behind the ball is slightly bigger than the Stealth Plus. You can see a little bit more face on this one as well, and it is a little bit more of like a squatty head. Like I said, they've dropped it down by 2 millimeters, the crown, to actually try and make it a bit easier to hit this club off of the floor. See if I can keep my eyes on this one. The tracer would have picked it up. See that one? That one's pushed out a little bit right. Hopefully, we should have a line in from there. Launch on these, definitely better. Higher, sorry, I shouldn't say better because people maybe not necessarily want a higher launch, but launch on these are certainly, I'm finding, higher than the previous Stealth model. Starting to get a little bit more spin than the previous Stealth model. Let's get down there. I think the first one was bombed. Second one's out to the right. See if we can hit some nice ones into the green. See what they do out of the rough as well. There's a lot to see about these golf clubs. Let's go see. Slightly into wind, this one. I'm going to hit this shot and then I'm going to hit the other shot and I'm going to just drop a few in the fairway. And I'm just going to talk about the looks of these clubs in a bit more detail. I've gunned that golf ball. Wet. Oh. I think that's so good, but it's probably about 270 over the line. I've just took it over the water and it didn't stand a chance. I ripped it though, out of the fairway, out of the rough, sorry. Stealth 2 standard, gets a big fat check. Carrying water from 275 away. Stealth Plus, how greedy do I get with the line? It's below my feet. There's a high possibility I top this. That is a very, very small, rounded head. And it's got a black face as well. That the aluminium or the titanium on the front is black, so you can't really see much of the face. Not the most confident standing over this one. I'm going to aim a little bit right at that water. That's good. Dropping down. Just over the water. Don't know if you see that down or not, but strike wasn't the greatest, but it still flew. It flew high, that's what I'm getting from these, it flew high. Let me drop some balls here, I'm gonna hit some shots and then talk to you what I'm feeling when I'm hitting these golf clubs. So obviously the two big design differences, they look completely different from the bottom, but the Stealth Plus 2 head is noticeably smaller than the Stealth, and it also sits higher off of the floor. So when you start to marry the faces together, I'll bring it in close for you. You have Stealth Plus 2 at the top and then Stealth 2 Standard at the bottom. The face on the Stealth 2 Standard is a little bit more squatty, whereas the face on the Stealth 2 Plus at the top is a little bit higher from top to bottom. Which for people, if you watch my channel, you know that I currently play the Ping G425 Max, and that freewood is super squatty, it's super like from top to bottom, wider from left to right, but I prefer a type of freewood over more of a tall, what's the best word? How should I describe this, George? Yeah, I prefer not slim, yeah. Not slim, you know what I mean at home, you know what I mean at home. So I actually prefer the shape at address of the Stealth 2 than the Stealth 2 Plus. I'm gonna hit some into the green here just to try and get a better idea of the flight, because the Stealth 2 is definitely flying higher, and I just wanna listen to that sound again because it's actually quite a pleasant sound. I might even put the old big mic on so you can hear the sound difference between the two clubs. Let's see if I can get some actually near the green with these two shots. So I'm going to hit probably my favourite out of the two, the Stealth 2. Not as many bells and whistles. I do like that you can really dive into dialing that club in as much as you possibly can. I am a fan of that. I think that's only a good thing when they bring that out on clubs, but at the same time, I do like just simplicity. I'm just a simple guy. High launch, pushed it a little bit out to the right, but high launch and a really nice sound off of that. Really, really nice sound. I'm not gonna lie, I bowed out a little bit on the old water shot there, so I'll try and take this one a little bit more aggressively. Noticeably different shape head. Much lower ball flight. Much lower, much more forward. We have got this set on a front weight track, so it's bringing that launch down, and you can notice that it's bringing that launch down and coming out with a little bit of less spin. I like them, I do like them. So if I'm being completely honest with you, testing all of the new Taylormade stuff now, the drivers and the fairway woods, it doesn't feel like loads has changed. It feels like they've just brought out a newer version of their older golf club and just maybe given it a bit of a facelift. Now, on the Plus, you obviously have got that 50 gram track, which I do like. On the standard version, they've dropped it a little bit so it's easier to hit off the deck. It's a really nice colour scheme, black, clean. One thing that has annoyed me is getting these head covers on and off. It has been jarring the whole time filming this, if I'm being completely honest with you. Very annoying. It seems like they just needed to make it like, look, like an inch bigger. Just use like an inch more fabric, Taylormade, to get them on and off. GSG rating. GSG rating. Now, I gave the Ping Freewood G430, I think an 8.8. And this ain't getting close to it, unfortunately, not in my opinion. I'm still gonna give it a strong score of a 7.9 for the Stealth Plus and the Stealth. In the drivers, I actually gave a separate GSG to the Plus than I did to the standard version, but I'm gonna give these a joint 7.9 GSG rating. You're looking at a lower spin head in the Stealth 2 Plus, you're looking at a higher launch, easier to hit off the deck version of the Stealth 2 standard. Aesthetics are really nice, the sound is really pleasing. Address at the golf ball, I prefer, like I said earlier, of the Stealth 2 rather than the Stealth 2 Plus. Some people, that is complete personal preference. Some people are gonna prefer one over the other. But that is the Stealth 2 Fairway Woods. Nothing much to scream home about, but still great golf clubs. Taylormades don't miss on making good golf clubs, but they're just not anything extra special, in my opinion, to the previous Stealths. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, you'll be notified every time we upload a new golf video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it, and you're a bunch of legends. See you in the next one. Sign yourself out, George. Give it like a little cinematic camera. Yeah, yeah, cinematic.